Learning how to use new technology is a process in which employees exchange information so they can adapt to new ways of performing work. Your colleagues are an extremely beneficial source for your professional growth in the workplace. Learning to utilize their resources may make the difference between success and failure, and it's all in the way you build relationships through teamwork. Within the workplace, interaction with colleagues is unavoidable. The exceptional employee learns how to capitalize on these relationships in an effective and productive way. Let's face it, in today's working world, now more than ever, individuals are faced with the challenge of working with others who may not always share the same convictions or ideas that they do. Think about how many times a schoolmate has debated with you on a variety of issues that may or may not have been school-related. These conflicts may very well have disrupted a project or assignment. The same situations happen in the workplace. The first step in dealing with this is identifying this truth. Teams have proved to be critical in improving the quality of decision-making, helping to build consensus and support for action, and helping to build a cooperative, goal-oriented culture. With this in mind, how do we ensure that these goals are met? By being an effective team player.
A good team player is one that contributes to the team and really puts themselves in second. The team is number one because you have a goal that you want to reach as a team, so you're one of the cogs in that wheel, and that wheel can only function as good as its weakest cog or weakest link, and like the weakest link in a chain, that's how strong that chain will be. And so you have to be a contributing and supporting member of that team, and the team has to be first.
A good team player for me has two qualities that are important. The first one is the ability to listen to other people's ideas and see the good in those ideas. But I think equally important is the ability to advocate, to be an advocate for a certain idea. If everybody is seeing the good in every idea and there's nobody saying, well, I like this idea, this is the good reason, this is a good idea for these reasons, then I don't think the team is getting the most use out of those ideas. And so I like on a team somebody who is not only listening to my ideas and seeing good things in my ideas, but suggesting their ideas and then saying, I think we ought to go this way because. And I think that really, the teams that have those kind of employees on them are the ones that I think are successful.
What makes a good team player is someone who's willing to share, has a can-do attitude, and is one of the first ones to come forward and say, how can I help you?
Some very interesting insight on the role of being an effective team player. To assess the type of team player you are, think about the following perspective from an article in Human Relations. As a member of a decision-making group, the successful member will be able to adapt to the diversity within the group and play a major role in building cohesion by having team participation, motivation, explicit communication, and commitment toward completing the task. Completing tasks means overcoming obstacles that may face the group. Uncontrolled conflict is usually the hindering factor. An exceptional team player recognizes that conflict is an essential part of decision-making. Effective teams know how to manage conflict so that it makes a positive contribution. The key is to focus on substantive issue-related differences of opinion, and accepting diversity within the group is critical. When we talk about conflict, it is important to point out that although conflicts among members in different roles are common, they should be well accepted, and members of different roles should generally recognize that the other's viewpoint is legitimate or valuable. An effective communication is the key to this process. To assess yourself as a team player, answer yes or no to the following questions. Am I a self-starter? Am I able to confront and solve problems? Are my communication skills effective? Do I listen to others as well as communicate my ideas?
An exceptional problem solver is a person who has the ability to understand what the problem is. Getting to the root of the problem enables the problem to be solved. Most problems are easily solved once they're identified.
A potent problem solver not only looks at what could be the problem, but also looks to find out how you can solve that problem using whatever resources are available, and not just confining the solution to what they do.
A problem solver is one who listens, who is a very good listener. A problem solver is one who asks the right questions. The more questions you ask and the harder you listen, the better that you can come to a conclusion.
So what motivates effective communication?